Hello everyone, we are back and we are now going to start on the nighttime levels. The issue being, we now won't produce any sun at all. So even the game's like, yo dog, what's up with that? Our only thing we're going to be able to use are these little mushrooms. That is literally it. Now we've got 50 sun here that we can use in a pinch. So I've got the walnut and I've got the potato mine, but that's about it. And we're going to have to use these little mushrooms to get past absolutely everything in the game now. Well, at least for these World 2 levels. So I think these are actually going to be kind of chill levels, because all I'm doing is planting these guys. And if one of those rows just gets taken out, then lawnmower and we start again. That's just going to be life, I'm afraid. Well, it's been a good run so far. We've learned lots. We're entering level or World 2 here, which is pretty sweet, making good progress. So let's see how far we can get before dying miserably. Luckily not died yet. No, I think it's a great achievement, but it's not an unachievement. Oh, look at this little guy's head popped off. Sorry, dude. That's just the way it is. I wonder when they were developing this game if they realised that this was going to be a really popular one. I didn't play much of Plants vs Zombies 2. It was just so different. Well, I don't know what it was exactly that kind of just threw me on Plants vs Zombies 2. But I did not get into it. I did hear that there was like a fast forward button you could hit. And that seems like a good idea. Because once you've got all your stuff planted and you're like ready to go, the last, well, it can be like the last half can be a bit slow. So that's pretty sweet. But I mean, apart from that, they had some interesting zombies. But I think there was something about the look of it that just seemed a bit different. The gameplay just seemed a bit different. And I was really excited about Plants vs Zombies 2. But oh well. So this is going up on Yap's Hotel channel, which I started a long time ago. And the first run I went through was Pokemon Blue, and that was the only game I actually managed to play all the way through. I started a few other things, mainly stuff that I was just testing. It was all like recording from iPads and stuff that I was just trying. Off you go. Ooh, $10. But this run I'm really into. I'm definitely going to finish it. And it's hard because when I started this channel I had a lot more free time. And that's when I should have been doing it. Really should have. But now I'm taking a little day off just to sit and play some Plants vs Zombies and just chill out. And let all the things in life that get you down just out the window and just chill out. And then get angry when I lose inevitably. So we're near the end of 2-1 here. Not much left to do really. I mean, there's nothing I really can do now. I'm building up these back rows for if anything gets eaten. Now we can see that these are proximity based with 1, 2, 3, so they've got 3 range ahead of them to hit. So it means once they get closer you get the 2 on them, and when they get a little bit closer than that you get 3 on them, but that's all we're working with. We're so lucky these cost 0 sun. Because if they did cost sun, this run wouldn't be possible at all. Plain and simple. Now, I've got to watch out for these graves too. That's going to spawn zombies direct. And it's a shame he'd already had quite a little bit eaten out of them. But, there's nothing here to worry us, I don't think. Obviously, guys at the front are going to be taking all the hits, but even once they start eating one, you've still got 3 attacks. And then they'll move forward and they've still got 3 attacking them, so there's really nothing to worry about here. We're almost there, and he's managed to eat 2 of them, and he's gone. This guy up here is going to eat another one. And that's it. And we get, I thought it was a really interesting little shroom that they added in, which is a sun-shroom, which when you first plant costs half, but only gives half sun, which is kind of interesting. Really different mechanic. So we bring up the stuff we need and then just whatever. Nothing else matters. We literally can't plant it. We've got some cone heads, we've got some bucket heads coming up, so let's see how we do. But I like the idea of planting the little suns that then grow into big suns, because the whole point of the nighttime level is no sun. So how can you combat that? You've got to get your own sun-producing plants, but then again they're going to be so expensive because you've got less sun. So what do they give you? An item that costs half the sun. Popcat did a good job in this one. I do think the game as a whole is probably a little bit too easy. They could have ramped up the difficulty. Like for example, this having a no sun run obviously shows that, particularly on the early levels, because we don't have much bother yet, that they are easy. But I wouldn't say that this is a like competitive game, you know. It's not that kind of level. It's a casual game for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with no dirty casuals. Not been playing much personally in my life of video games. I sit on my Switch mainly. Got an Xbox, got the PC, but don't play much on them because the Switch is just so handy because it's portable, so I can play it just sat on the couch. I can sit and like play it in bed, like whatever. I can take it out with me. Don't really take it out very much, but I could, and I might, and I probably will. Looking forward to some of the games coming out for the Switch actually. At time of recording, this is a little bit just after E3, so Nintendo Direct showed some interesting stuff. And I've got to say, I'm not the biggest Banjo-Kazooie fan. Really, I've only ever played the first game and not all the way through. But I can understand that that was a game that a lot of people grew up with. And it's a really good game. I totally get it. It's just, it wasn't part of my personal childhood. But the reveal for having them in Smash Brothers was the best reveal ever. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. 2019 reveal, Banjo-Kazooie in Smash Ultimate. They hit you with the double blind, where you think you're getting Banjo-Kazooie, and then they switch out and you're not, and everyone was like, oh no! And then they hit you again, realizing, no, actually, it is Banjo-Kazooie. Good fun had by all. We're also seeing Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, the first game, I enjoyed the first game. Well, actually, the first time playing through it, I was playing with a friend of mine, my sister was there, and I think like my mum was watching us play as well. And we got up to we cleared like the first kind of area, which you end up with the fight with the baby. And we played it all in one sitting, just getting through all of it. And then it comes up, oh, do you want to save? And I'm like, yeah, I do want to save. We've been playing this for a while, I need to stop. And that's when it tells me my memory card is full. Now the problem with the GameCube like system was, it was just said memory card full, and that's all you can do. You can't go into the memory card and delete stuff. You just have to accept that it's full. I had another memory card. I had 2 for the GameCube. So plug that bad boy in. Guess what? That one was full too. So we lost all of that progress, and I didn't play it for years after that. It was the furthest I'd ever got in the game, all in just like one sitting, and I just felt so cheated out of all my hard work that I never went back to play it again. And then years and years later, as I can't remember what made me want to play it, but something triggered it. I was like, oh yeah, actually I think that would be quite fun to play. I'm going to do it, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to play it, I'm going to play it all the way to the end. And I did. Played it on the GameCube, of course, which is a fun console. And I really enjoyed it as an experience. It's really different. Though Nintendo, they do this a lot, where they bring in games that otherwise probably wouldn't sell. Like, if you were to say, oh, this is the ghost hunting game, where you go around with a vacuum, like, no one's buying that. The only way someone's going to buy that is with a recognisable character. And smartly, they went with Luigi, and I think that was a good call. Because if we'd done it with Mario, it would make it too much like it was a main series game. It would have been too mainstream. I think there would have been way too much pushback. And to be fair, there was pushback for Luigi's Mansion 1 at the time. People were a bit like, what is this weird game? And then, like most things, time goes by and people start to love it. And I quite enjoyed it. But I can understand people thinking that it's a really weird game, because it is. And I never played Luigi's Mansion 2 because that came out for the DS. And that one, I just missed it. It just wasn't one that I got. I think when it came out at the time, my DS didn't, or was it 3DS it came out for? Like I had a DS and was out for 3DS, or you know, something prevented me from playing it at the time. I've never picked it up. I'm not going to pick up a DS just to play it, if I'm totally honest. but I'll definitely play the third one. They added a bunch of new stuff to it, so should be fun. Looks like they've added a lot of like kind of cooperative stuff, which I'm all about. You've got Guiji, which is certainly a choice. But if I've learned anything by Nintendo, it's that they make fun games. Plain and simple. Whether they're your kind of game or not, that's something else, but they are fun games. I've got to say, some of my... If you're like to sit down and say like you've got 10 games to play for the rest of your life, not your top games, but these are games you're going to have to play just over and over again, man, Nintendo's going to dominate that list. I'm thinking of games I've played like all the way through. Or like, well, you've got two kind of completions, don't you? You've got like end of the game and you've got 100%. And for both just getting to the end of the game and 100%, games like Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, like, man, I've played a lot. It's a shame I can't see how many hours I've plugged into those. I can tell you on Breath of the Wild it's over 130 hours. And that's only between one of my accounts, because I started a new account just to play through the game from the beginning again. And so there's more hours for sure on that game. But I've got to say, Breath of the Wild 2 excites me. I can't wait for that. Because Breath of the Wild was... when it came out, and at that particular time, I wasn't working. I was like... I just finished studying, and I was about to start a job. So I had this month in between where I couldn't get a job just for like the 3 or 4 weeks I was going to have. So I had all this free time to sit and do nothing. And I was thinking over and over and over again, like, do I want to? Do I want to buy the Switch just to play Breath of the Wild? Because that's what it was. It was the only game that like, interested me at the time that was out. I heard so many people talking about it. And the thing that totally gripped me was every single person who was talking about the game was talking about a different experience. So you'd have someone talking about, oh, I decided to go over the mountain, but it was cold. So I brewed up some food and then I was fine. And then someone else was like, oh, I just lit a fire, warmed myself up, ran a little bit, and then lit another fire. And then someone else would be like, oh, I just wore different clothes. So everyone had these different approaches to solving these puzzles. And just personally for me, I was like, that sounds so good. That sounds like such a good experience. And then I got the game. And from the very beginning, when you first wake up in the game and you run up, you've got this little path you run along, and then you get to see the landscape. They do this real nice cinematic shot. It's really good. And I was like, yeah, I'm into this game. Really into it. And from the get-go, I wasn't sure if I was going to be into the stamina gauge in the game. But yeah, it was really, really important. Worked really well. And that was just an amazing experience. I sat for a month and played it. Sat and watched Mad Men, which is an excellent TV show. Really, really good. Not going to be everyone's cup of tea, for sure, but I really enjoyed it. From start to finish, I've got to say. Though, the later seasons do get a little bit choppy. I'm not going to defend that. But, a really good experience sitting down, just watching through all of Mad Men and playing through all of Breath of the Wild. It was just such a good little month for me. Because when you're not working, like you've got so much free time, you need to occupy that time doing something, or she'll stagnate, you know? So it was just a really good time. That's level 2 in the bag. That's another little fun level done. Right, we've got the screen zombies, yeah, I see you there. Right, I think we'll probably take them on in the next episode. Bye!